Hey everyone, Theo here. Today I'm reviewing the Huawei Freebuds 5i wireless earphones with active noise cancelling. First of all, a disclaimer, this is a review unit provided by Huawei Singapore and I do have to return this after the review. The official retail price for this is 128 Singapore dollars, and at the time of making this video it's discounted to 98 Singapore dollars on Lazada SG and Shopee SG. So these are the items included in the box. There are extra sets of ear tips. This is small, this is large. The medium sized ones are already installed. That's the earphones and the case, quick start guide, warranty card, USB-C to USB-A charging cable. So I don't recommend using this label as an indication to the sound quality you can expect from the earphones because many companies are just using this for marketing. Let's look at the design for the earphones and the case, which are available in 3 colors. Nebula Black, which is the one that I have. There is Owl's Blue and Ceramic White. So when I first took this case out of the box, I thought it was quite dusty, but it's actually the design. The dusty look comes from the speckled marks against the dark gray surface. That's the Huawei logo and the light indicator in front. At the bottom, you can find the USB-C charging port, and on the right side, that's the Bluetooth pairing button. On the back, it's flat. So this design looks like a huge pebble, and this design has grown on me over the past few days, so I no longer see this as a dusty design. And this looks good on the table. It looks like you have a huge pebble on the table. The cover is magnetic, and those are the 2 earphones. So once you open the cover, Bluetooth pairing will start. The earphones have this high gloss exterior. The weight is 4.9 grams, which is considered lightweight. And this is IP54 splash resistance. This stem has touch controls, so you can double tap to play and pause media, tap and hold to switch ANC modes, and swipe up and down for volume adjustment, and the touch controls work really well. There is also a proximity sensor, so when you remove this from your ear, media will stop playing automatically. The ear tips are made with silicone, and this is firmer compared to the ear tips you can find on the Huawei Freebuds SE, which is really soft. So this firmer ear tip actually provides sound isolation, but the sound isolation is, I would say, so-so. And in addition to sound isolation, there is also active noise cancelling. Let me just remove this to show you what's beneath. If you want to change the silicone ear tips to some other brand, you can certainly do so. Just note that this is not circular. This is 5 by 8 millimeter, and this is quite big. The earphones are comfortable in ear and the fitting is quite good. The earphones do not move even with vigorous head movement. Let's talk about sound quality. The Bluetooth codecs supported are LDAC, which is used by Huawei devices. There is AAC because these earphones can be used with Apple devices, and for non-Huawei and Apple devices, they are probably using SBC. The sound quality with these earphones is decent. The sound quality is actually good. I do enjoy listening to music with these earphones. The sound is clear. The bass has energy, but it's not the boomy type of bass which I dislike. The sound quality is very similar to other budget earphones that I have tested, and the sound quality is not what I would consider to be high-res when I compare them to my more expensive earphones and headphones. When listening to instruments or soundtracks, I do wish there is higher definition. Let's take a look at the features provided by the companion app Huawei AI Live. The touch gestures will still work even if you don't have the app or don't use the app, so you can still double tap to play and pause media or take calls, swipe up and down to adjust volume, tap and hold to switch ANC modes without the app. This app can be found from the Huawei App Gallery, which is Huawei's app store. If you are using an Android device that's not from Huawei, you can install Huawei App Gallery so that you can search for this app and install it. This app is not available on Apple devices. So here you can see the battery life for the earphones as well as the charging case. And here it says the earphones are connected to the tablet and also to my iPhone. So there is Bluetooth multi-point pairing. You can connect the earphones simultaneously to two devices at the same time. I'll talk more about that later. And this is where you can switch between the three different ANC modes. There is ANC on, off, and awareness or transparency mode, which allows the sound to pass through the earphones so that you can hear the background sound. And under sound quality, you can switch between prioritize connection quality or prioritize sound quality. I don't really hear the difference between these two, so it doesn't really matter which one you select. For EQ effects, there are only three limited options. There is default, bass boost, and treble boost. So you won't be able to customize the EQ curve manually with this app, at least with these earphones. Let's take a look at gestures. So there are gestures for double tap, press and hold, and swipe, and you can customize the shortcuts for these three gestures. When there is a call, you can double tap to answer or end the call, and when you're playing music, you can double tap to play and pause the music. And these are the customization options. There is play, pause, next song, previous song, the voice assistant, and that's pretty much it. Other features include Find Earphones, which will make your earphones play this loud sound so that you can locate your earphones. There is the tip fit test. You can use the app to update the firmware for the earphones as well. And under settings, there is dynamic latency, which will switch the latency automatically to something better or faster when you are playing games. One of the main selling points for these earphones for me is there is Bluetooth multi-point pairing, which allows you to pair the earphones to two devices simultaneously at the same time, and the audio source can switch automatically depending on which device is playing the audio. And I find this feature to be extremely convenient. For example, if you work on your computer often, you can pair the earphones to your computer and you can play your music or your video on the computer and the sound will go to the earphones. And if you want to switch to listening to your phone, you can pause the media on your computer and play the media on your phone, and the audio source will automatically switch. This works really well and it really is so convenient. Sound isolation provided by the silicone ear tips is so-so. I would say sound isolation is maybe 3 out of 5 stars. The ANC effectiveness to me is also so maybe it's also 3 out of 5 stars. The ANC is definitely not as effective compared to more premium earphones, but at this price point, I can't complain much. These are just the limitations of budget earphones. Call quality with the earphones is better than I expected. Calls are loud and clear, and ANC does an effective job at cancelling background noise. Actually, ANC does a better job with calls than with media playback for some reason. So the calling experience is more than satisfactory. Alright, to conclude, these earphones have good audio quality, good call quality, good battery life. There is Bluetooth multi-point pairing, which is a huge selling feature for me. The downsides would be the so-so sound isolation and ANC, which are not as good compared to more expensive earphones, but considering the budget price point for this, I would say they do provide good value for money.